Welcome, welcome, welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of One True Talk. Today, we are super excited. We have the whole crew here. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Good.
Great.
Great energy. Once again, One True Talk is a platform to conversational podcast by students. That is you, our brand ambassadors. Join us as today they're going to discuss a quality topic. But guess what? This is not about me. This is about the student. So with no further ado, One True Talk's host for today's conversation is Miss Precious Taiwo. Hey, Precious.
Hi, everyone. Hi, my name's Precious Taiwo, and I'm going to be your host for today's podcast. The title of today's podcast is Debunking Community College Myths. I currently go to Truman Community College, and my major is biology, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys today. I'm going to pass it on to my other brand ambassadors to introduce themselves.
Hey guys, my name is Marisol Perez. I also go to Truman College. My major is early childhood education. And one thing that I love about Truman is about how accepting it is.
Hi guys, I'm Leila Espinosa. I also attend Truman. I was a student athlete there. I played basketball. And one thing I love about Truman is that it felt like home to me. And that's why I originally chose Truman.
Hi, my name's Karina. My major is elementary education. I love Truman because, like Layla said, it's a sense of community.
Hi everyone, my name is Jodian Douglas. I also attend Truman. My major is criminal justice, and I love a lot about Truman, but one thing I really love is the staff and how open it is.
Hey everyone, my name is Amir, currently attending Truman. I'm a student athlete there, playing baseball, and one thing I love about Truman is everybody's a family there, and so I feel connected in that way. And my major is business management.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for introducing yourselves. But today we have a very important guest, a Truman alumni. Her name is Destiny Dockery. Destiny, would you like to introduce yourself to us real quick?
Hey guys, my name is Destiny Dockery. Like she said, I attended Truman for 2.5 years, and then I transferred to UIC. So I am now like a rising junior, rising senior, falling junior. I am studying psychology, and yeah.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and coming. Okay, before we start, I just want to let everybody know that we will be calling on you to talk a little bit, because this is kind of something very engaging, and we all have to talk and share our experiences together. Okay, so at this time, people who are not Destiny or the brand ambassadors, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Don't be shy, guys.
I'll kick us off. My name is Jasmine Green. I am the director of athletics there at Truman College, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys.
Thank you.
Hey you all, this is Danica Wilson. I am the director of student activities.
Thank you, Danica.
Hi, Danica.
Thank you.
Okay, I see Karonda and I see iPad. Karonda, can you please introduce yourself to us?
Hello, everyone. My name is Karonda Lopez. I am a parent of a student at Uplift Community High School, and I also sit as chairperson of the ALSC at the school, and I control the Instagram account for Uplift Community High School. So if you guys ever seen that account, I'm always the one behind the scenes. So my daughter will be starting dual enrollment at Truman this fall.
Thank you so much for coming, Karonda. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Maddie, can you please introduce yourself to us? Okay. All right, I see Fred. Fred, could you please introduce yourself to us? We're introducing ourselves right now. Okay, Fred, could you please introduce yourself to us? We're introducing ourselves right now, and we'd love for you to introduce yourself to us. You are muted.
Of SGA.
Can you repeat that one more time?
I'm Fred, and I'm the treasurer of SGA.
Okay, thank you guys so much for coming and honoring our invitation. At this time, I'll be talking about why debunking community college myths matters to me and why we're actually having this podcast at this time. Community college, like debunking these myths matters to me because I happen to be someone who firsthand witnessed how it felt and how it feels for someone to be made to be mocked just because of the community type of school that you happen to be going to. It matters because due to a lot of community college myths and misinformation, a lot of people, especially high school students, have the wrong idea about community colleges, just like me. I had a totally wrong idea about community colleges just because of what my other friends were saying. Oh, you can't go to community college because if you go, that means you're dumb. That means you're not smart enough. And because of that, it kind of like changed my whole mentality about going to a community college. And that's not true at all. Also, it demotivates some people and it doesn't make them look into what community colleges have to offer just because of what other people have been saying about it. Also, because of this, some people, especially those who are like easily influenced by like their peers or their friends, would rather like take out huge loans to go to 4-year universities than to go to a 2-year university, which is cheaper and affordable. I'm not saying that going to a 4-year university is bad. Of course not. If you have the money, if you have the scholarship and you could go, totally go. But going to a community college is not half as bad as going to a 4-year university. Also, it matters to me because I would like us to use this forum to clear up, these misinformation and facts that other people have regarding community colleges. I know like not a lot of people are here today, but for those of us who are here, we could always share and spread it out to our friends or family, like, oh no, it's not like this. This is actually, this is the truth. What you heard outside is not true. And yeah, so I'm gonna pass it on to Marisol to talk about why this topic matters to her.
Hey guys, this topic is very like, I guess it matters to me a lot. When I was in high school, I had straight A's. I was an honor student. Like I just did a lot. And then when I told people that I was going to Truman, they kind of made me feel like, why are you going there? Like you're wasting your time. Like you did all that for nothing. So I always had that idea in my head. So I enrolled in Truman and I seen all these great opportunities and I made all of these friends. And I just want to pass that information down. It's not bad at all.
Thank you so much, Marisol. Amir, can you share a little bit about why this topic matters to you? You are muted.
My bad. Yes, why this topic is important to me and means to me is that I was already accepted at a 4-year university, and I figured that it's one thing to be accepted, but when you have to come out of pocket, it comes another situation. And the best thing that my mom wanted for me is to never be in debt, and that for me is okay. Like I don't want to spend a dime, especially for good education. You get the same education at a 4-year university, and you don't have to come out of pocket. So that's the best thing.
Me too, Amir. Okay, so at this time, I'll be passing it over to Karina to lead us into a quick icebreaker. Over to you, Karina.
Hello. So I'm just gonna have a couple of questions. If you want to chime in into the chat box or just chime in whenever you want, or I'll call on you. So my question is, if you are currently in college, what has been your best experience so far? If not, if you're going into college soon, what are you looking forward to? So I'll start off. The best experience would be just forming friendships with my brand ambassador group right here. It's been an awesome experience. And if anybody wants to chime in, Layla, do you want Do you want to?
Yeah. So my best experience so far has to be being on the women's basketball team. That for me was something that I didn't know I was ever going to experience, playing a college sport at that. So yeah, and the group of girls that was in my team, they were just so amazing, and I really loved it. I'm sad that this season is, canceled. So yeah.
Super sad. Anybody else want to say anything about their best experience so far in the college, or if you're not in college, what are you looking forward to?
Okay, my best experience is so far is like meeting new people and taking part in school. Like I could never tell myself I would ever like participate in school because I'm always the quiet type and stay to myself. But I love it, and I love like the brand ambassador team and meeting new people.
For sure. Thank you.
I'd like to say something. So far, my best experience has been just being a part of Truman, being a part of student activities, being a part of student government association. It really made me, share my voice more, speak out more, get to meet new people, get to engage with the faculty members, with the staff, with a whole lot of people who are really amazing and fun. And my experience so far has been amazing. And yeah. Marisol, would you like to say something?
Yeah. I think my favorite part, my best experience at Truman was last year at around this time. Actually, we did the Pride Parade, and just walking in the Pride Parade, I just felt so like full of energy and life and happiness, and that's something I'm never gonna forget.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Amir, do you have something to say, a really good experience so far at Truman?
I mean, what Marisol said, I couldn't have said it better myself. That parade, really got me nailed into Truman. I was like, okay, it's a good community. And that, like I said earlier, really felt like a family there. So.
Yeah, thank you. If anybody else wants to share anything, or we can just keep going. Precious?
Okay, so I see Fred, I see Karanda. Okay, so Fred, could you tell us a little bit about what your experience has been so far in Truman?
My experience has been very good. Like the highs, the lows, everything. I'm in SGA. I was the senator, and then I ran a campaign for treasurer. I was elected. I started a Truman workout program. Like as soon as the pandemic happened, um, just everything. The whole experience has been great for me. Learned a lot about myself. I think that's like a really big thing. I learned a lot about me. I learned about school kind of like brought me into my purpose. I found my purpose through school. So, that's all I can say.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you found your purpose through school and through coming to Truman. That's really fun to hear. Okay, so at this time, we'll be going into the main activity and everyone's gonna participate. The question for the main activity is, what have you heard about community colleges so far? Like what misinformation, like what wrong thing or what rumor have you heard about community colleges so far? So I'll go. So when I was in high school, I'm not gonna mention the name of the high school, obviously. I had this group of friends, and like honestly, almost everybody in my class, everybody wanted to go to a 4-year university, which is amazing, which is cool. But not a lot of us had like money to go to a 4-year university, and not a lot of people had like the got good scholarships to go there. But those of them who kind of went into wanted to go to a 4-year university and got in, kind of like looked down on us who who chose to go to a 2-year university because we didn't have because we didn't want to spend that much money, and because we loved we wanted to go to a 2-year university. But then they were always like, you know, making fun of us. Oh, if you go to a 2-year university, that means you're dumb, that means you're stupid, like stupid people go to a community college, which is not true, because I have met one of the smartest people in a community college. So that's totally false. So they said, oh, there are no opportunities in a 2-year university compared to a 4-year university, which is totally wrong. I got a lot of experiences, a lot of opportunities like this one right now through Truman, through going to a community college. So that's also one of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of people have about it. And if I had like this platform, if I had people to tell me, oh, it's fine, it's not true, that's not true at all, I know I would have felt like so much better about myself, which is why I'm glad that we're doing this. Some people said, oh, you want to have fun and you would not make a lot of friends. Totally false, because most of my friends that I have right now, they're from here, from Truman. You see Karina, Jody, Layla, even Fred, we're all friends. And so all of these misconceptions and false statements really like make people not want to like look into community colleges, because there are a lot of people who are easily influenced by their mates, by their peers. So if their friends are saying, oh, well, if you go to a community college, you're not going to have fun, or you're not going to have a lot of opportunities, they wouldn't want to like look into it. And going to a community college has been one of the best experiences of my life. Coming to Truman, I do not regret it one bit. That's that about what I heard about community colleges. So right now I'm going to pass it on to Marisol to kind of share what she has heard about community colleges.
I've heard that it's not going to be fun. And that was the most things that people have told me, that it's not going to be fun at all. And I'm looking at it now, and I'm looking at my life, and I don't think my life is boring. I have a lot of fun at Truman. A lot of people told me that only people like she said, the only people who go there are like the dumb ones, the old people, and then yes, you do have like some age gaps in your class, but that just makes it better, because you get to hear perspectives from everywhere, from around the world even. Yeah, that's what I say.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing, Marisol. Okay, Layla, you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, so actually I didn't, really get like put down so much, people telling me not to go to community college. They were more encouraging me. But one thing that I did hear was that it would be a waste of time. And that's one thing that it's not. So yeah, it's like, it's not a waste of time. If anything, it's better for you. It's cheaper. And like, you get the same thing. You're getting your degree, you're getting an education. So yeah, it's not a waste of time.
Exactly.
Go to community college.
Exactly. Ami, you want to talk?
Yes. So I'm kind of with Layla. I've gotten a lot of encouraging feedbacks as a baseball player. Going to community college is probably just as good as going to a 4-year, or I would even say a D2 or a D1 college, because in that position you're still getting looked at, and you're still getting looked at your academics. I like how for a college athlete they still keep you as a good advocate and a good student, and they can compare that with other students at 4 years and other Ivy League schools. So I think that going to community college for me was probably the best decision I've ever made. Not just financially, but getting the college experience, getting the athletic experience that I was looking for. Really felt like I said, I'm gonna keep using it. I'm gonna keep saying it. It really felt like a family there, and really defeated all the odds that everybody was talking.
Thank you so much for sharing, Amir. Fred, would you like to tell us a little bit about what you've heard about community colleges, which you found totally false? If you're there.
I mean, I could agree with Layla. she said that it's a waste of time. That's what I heard. Going out of high school, it's a big waste of time because the classes are easy, which they are not. They're pretty up there, you know, and that like the credits won't transfer to a 4-year university. Um, yeah, that's pretty much like what I heard, but they do. Most universities now help you transfer your degree, your credits into their 4-year. If not, then you have to sacrifice one more time doing one class, you know.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, Fred, I see you're back. We did call on you the first time to tell us a little bit about what you've heard so far about community colleges that you found totally false.
Um, I mean, I nobody really talked down to me like about going to community college, like, so community college, a lot of people, they have to work, like me. I used to work as a welder, and I used to work installing hardwood floors, and then I just kind of got tired of the job politics and working for people not really being in my purpose and not being happy, as a welder or installing hardwood floors. So I just decided, like, I was going to go back to school. And so that's what I did, got a little part-time gig and started going to community college. But, like, I didn't really have many people was like, like bigging me up, like, yo, go ahead, go back to school, get your education because, plus I'm like older than a lot of y'all. So, for a lot of like people who are older, if they see you like going to school, they're going to encourage you, like, yeah, go back because, you know, doing them little jobs, you can get rich if you like start investing in real estate and the stock market and, studying up on that. But I just decided, like, being a physical therapist is what I want to be. So, that's my purpose. But, so.
Yeah, I'm really glad you touched on the fact that like you didn't really like get like people telling you, oh, do not go, and that's totally cool. I'm glad that you were surrounded by people who like motivated you and told you, go do this, do that. I'm glad. I'm so happy that you were able to like share that with us. Okay, Jody, yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what you heard?
Okay, I never really heard anything. I just like look up school, like, oh yeah, I always wanted to go to a 4 years until I started doing enrollment in the Truman High School. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spend my time in the 2 years. And my mom was like, yeah, you're right, because it's cheaper and I'm not paying for no 4 years. Everybody know how crappy appearance is. And then that's when I started attending Truman. When I was doing enrollment, I always build that bond with the professors. And I'm always walking past looking at the activity center. I'm like, it is completely, like, it's cheaper and it's fun. I just love it.
That's the word. That's the word. Thank you so much. And also, we have a lot of like scholarship opportunities also in 2-year universities in Truman. Just like how Karina touched on the fact that some people think that your credits wouldn't transfer if you're trying to transfer to a 4-year university. Well, it would transfer, and your scholarships could also transfer when you're also leaving from Truman and going to a 4-year university. So that's another key fact. So at this time, we're going to be reading you some statistics. I'll be passing it over to Layla to lead us on with that. And yes, they enjoy.
Okay, so debunking community college myths. The first stat that we have is community colleges are less expensive compared to the average 4-year university. The next one, 88% of community college students are less likely to be in debt, which ties in, to the last one, saying that it's cheaper. It is, so. Approximately 69% of community college students work while attending college. Interesting. Community college today enjoy more diverse student bodies, including white, Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native Americans, and international students from all over the world.
Especially Truman.
Yeah, very diverse. And last but not least, community colleges are relaxed environments that give gives one room to grow and get a swing on things, kind of to get your feet wet before you do transfer over to the 4 year. So that's another good thing that's about a community college. Now I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. The first one I have is, how did the stats make you react and feel? Anybody who wants to comment? Let's go with Marisol.
I think the one that stuck out to me was the 69% of students work. I was blessed to be the Star Scholar Ambassador, because it's just work like this that I'm very passionate about. And I loved it so much. I love like speaking highly about Truman, and I did work with Kiss Allen actually. And I think going to school is good because you can always repay those loans after when you have to take them out after. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Precious?
Okay, so the one that particularly stuck out to me was the one that talked about how 88% of community college students are less likely to be in college debt, which is pretty amazing. It's pretty cool because I'm also a Star Scholarship recipient, and when I tell you I pay $0 out of pocket, I pay $0 out of pocket. And I know some of my friends right now that chose to not come to community college, of course, who decided to take out loans. I know some of them who are in huge debt right now, but I am 0% in debt, $0 in debt. And I just feel that particularly like spoke to me and like made me feel happy to have made this choice. So yeah.
Okay, and my last question is, after I read these stats, how does this compare to what you hear from people regarding community colleges?
Karonda raised her hand.
Okay, and go ahead, Karonda. Thank you. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Karan, for saying that. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
I also wanted to say, like, it's a community college is such a great way if you don't know exactly what you want to do when you know you want to go to school. Community college is such a great place to get all your gen eds done before you know exactly what major you want to study in. So that's something that's awesome.
Yeah, a very good point. That is
I got something to say. Hey, this was fun, but I got to get back to work. So, you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank you for coming.
I have something else to say as well. I remember one time when I was talking about going to Western Illinois, and it was my mom's older friends in Truman was like, you know how it feels to be going to a 4 years. You in the class is like 100 people, and if you want to speak to the professor, you can't speak to the professor. I'm like, oh, I stay in Truman because I could go talk to my professor anytime. I could go to class early and sit there talking to the professor until class started. And the professor, like all Truman professors, you could talk to them about anything. And I know that's where our financial money going. But if you're in the 4 years, it's gonna be hard on you because remember you got to plan meeting and just imagine being in a class with like 100 people in it. How can you manage or can you learn?
Yeah, that's true. I know like Truman, like it kind of like gives you this room for like a one-on-one like encounter with the professors. There are some like universities that you go to and the professor doesn't even know your name because they have like 200 people, 100 people in the class. But being Truman, you get this one-on-one, get to form this one-on-one bond, this one-on-one relationship with the faculty members, the staff, ask questions, and yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, if I can say something, I think a lot of things that are overlooked when it comes to Truman that people don't know about are all of the centers that we have. The science center, the math center, the reading, writing. I think a lot of people don't even know that we have that, and that's something that people are paying for. And I think those are very helpful, especially to me. I used to be the kind of person who never asked for help, and then one day I was just so like, oh my God. And then I went to the writing center, and they help a lot. That and our athletics program. I think a lot of people at Truman don't know that we have an athletics program. And I think that's very sad because I can't imagine not being involved with Truman. So yeah, that's some of the stuff that I think people overlook when talking about Truman. Yeah.
Okay, Layla, you wanna quickly lead us through the last question?
Okay, so it was, how does this compare to what you hear from people regarding community colleges?
I feel like we are, okay.
Yeah, so I think it compares to like, kind of like proving it wrong to what people say, like all these are facts. So what people say compared to the facts, it's completely wrong, and it's just, yeah.
I think it changed my mind about how I see how community colleges, because now I don't have that idea in my head that I'm wasting my time here, that I'm not gonna have any fun. And so yeah, like how I said in the beginning, I just want to pass along this information because I used to be those students to be like, why are you going to community college when I came here myself?
Yeah, I just wanted to, oh, go ahead. Well, yeah, I just wanted to say how, just looking at the statistics, you can see how underrated, community college is. It's a huge underration, completed by this idea of what community college is supposed to be. And I'm glad that, it beats those odds. And coming to Truman clearly has shown to beat those odds. And I'm happy to be part of it, or to be called a Truman student.
Thank you so much, guys. So right now I'll be calling on our guest, Destiny Dockery, the Truman alumni, to kind of like talk on what you as a person heard, if you heard anything before coming into a community college at Truman.
Okay, so before coming to community college, a lot of things that I heard from my family, from my friends were like, oh, that's like your last resort. Only the dumb kids who can't handle 4 years go there, and that basically I would be missing out on the collegiate experience. Like it's not the same. Like I would be around people who are basically like burnouts, and that it just be this not good experience.
So can you verify if they were right or wrong in what they said and what you heard?
They were completely wrong. I had the time of my life at Truman. I think that my time at Truman is actually better than my time at UIC. Like I have individual attention there as far as the professors, the staff knew me. I was close to administration. Like I I was able to build relationships across the board from students on up, and I really appreciated that experience. And with being at UIC, I kind of now feel like a statistic. So I'm now trying to find my tribe and, get to fit in and things like that. Because it's like, if you don't force your way in the front, you just kind of get lost in the sauce.
Thank you so much for that. Also, can you tell us a little bit about what you gained from Truman as a whole and how it is affecting you right now?
I think as a whole, I gained a lot of leadership skills. I was in 1 Million Degrees, which is a scholarship program for students who are there who have financial aid. I gained a sense of community. I'm still very close with staff, with friends that I went there with. I also just gained experience, like being in student government and being the secretary. I was able to go to Florida. I did a financial literacy campaign. I went to Oakland. Like, these were experiences that I've never got to do in my whole life. So it was just an eye-opening experience, and it made me a more well-rounded person and so prepared for the 4-year experience, because when I got there, it was hard, but I knew being at Truman where to find my resources, how to advocate for myself when I'm feeling like I'm lost, where to go ask for help and things like that, which I don't think I would have been equipped with those tools had I not went to community college.
Thank you so much, Destiny. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing this with us. And we'd love to have you more on a lot of our podcasts like this. So we look forward to seeing you. So right now, I'm going to be passing it over to Jody to lead us into the closing.
Hello, everyone. Before we close out, I would love for everyone to share their experience and what they have learned so far about coming to college. Anyone could share. Don't be shy.
I guess I'll go. So it's kind of like what Destiny was saying, maybe going back to that. Maybe I'm not answering your question like directly, but I was just wanted to say, I remember my first day at Truman. It was in the summer, so like way before even like class even started. I went just to go visit to see if I wanted to make Truman the choice of college. And I remember I met so many people that you wouldn't even get the opportunity to meet in a 4-year. I met the president, first of all. I was like, what? I didn't even know I was gonna meet him that day. I was so nervous. I was like, Kiss Allen, why are you gonna make me meet him? Like, I look ugly. So I thought that was really cool. I met the athletic director, Jasmine Green. I also got to meet the chancellor of the community college, as a whole. So I thought that was really cool and something that, you probably won't even ever get the chance to do at a 4-year, such as like, UIC or another one. So yeah.
Yeah, like I just want to quickly add this. I don't think so the director of enrollment, Chris Allen, I don't think he remembers this, but when I wanted to make just go to Truman to see if I really wanted that college to be like my choice, I went there and I remember being so lost. Like I was just there, like just staying, and I remember he saw me and he was like, "How are you? Are you okay? What do you need? Come, I'm gonna help you. What do you want to do? You want to set up your timetable, your classes? What do you need?" And he helped me so much, and I was like, I was shocked. I was like, okay, so we have like really good faculty members like this. We have the director of like enrollment like helping me like this. So I remember that also really like boosted like my confidence and made me say, okay, yep, I'm definitely choosing Truman. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like his Allen.
I agree. Like I really like that day that the first time I stepped foot on that campus, I was like, okay, this is my school. Because I felt just so welcomed and, I felt at home. Yeah, I felt comfortable. I met like staff members, like, and he gave you a tour of the whole like campus, and I wasn't expecting that at all. So that was really awesome. Yeah.
I think one thing that I learned today was that Truman doesn't only have that effect on me, that it has that effect on everybody else, and that just makes me feel so happy for people who are going to Truman in the future. Because I know how I feel about Truman, and I'm sure everybody else knows how I feel about Truman. So I'm just happy that other people get to experience how I feel, because I'm very happy. Yeah.
To answer Jody Ann's question about what have I learned about college, I think the biggest thing that I took away is making connections is very vital. Networking is very vital. Like I'm now, starting my own yoga business and I'm doing all kinds of ventures and I have so much support from students all the way to the president. Like I have the president's personal number where it's like if I have anything going on, I want it to be shared or I need help or guidance or mentorship, I have that. And it's not just because I'm a student, because I'm no longer a student there, but because of the valuable connections that I made while I was in that space. And Truman allows you to make those kind of.
Okay. Me personally, my mom was working at Truman, and everybody know my mom know me, and everybody that like even in class when I just started one of my English classes, it was like, is that Susan's daughter? And then that's where the connection started. So I'm starting to meet everybody in Truman, all the staff, the professor who already teach my mom. So I really love it. Like I can't complain. I always recommend like I even recommend my brother, my siblings to attend Truman. I'm always walking telling them Truman is a good school. Please attend there. And the experience is so great. The activity center, shout out to you guys. Love it.
Okay, at this time, we'll be passing it over to Marisol to lead us into the closing activity.
I just have a couple questions for you guys. For those of you who did say that you were told certain things about CCC, what are some things that you would tell them to change their mind now that you know that they were wrong?
I would tell them nothing try, nothing learn.
I think one thing that I would say that I learned is that college is what you make of it. You can go to a 4-year university and have just as much fun as you would at Truman. Or you can go, it's just about how you present yourself and how you make of it. If you go to school and then go straight home, then obviously it's nothing. But if you go to school and spend time with your students, with your staff and your professors, then you would have a great experience. And that's for anywhere. That's for anywhere that you would go.
I personally, if I could turn back time and go back to high school and like talk to those students who are always saying, oh, if you go to a community college or this or that, I'll tell them that they're wrong, that going to a community college doesn't make you dumb. Going to a community college doesn't mean you're going to have the experience that someone who goes to a 4-year university would have. I'll also tell them that going to a community college, you'll be debt-free, $0 in debt. And yeah, that's definitely what I'll tell them.
To piggyback off what she said, I would, keep it front. I would say if you don't have a scholarship or a full ride to a 4-year and you have the academics and you're still looking for that collegiate experience, go to a community college and especially go to Truman if you're looking for that experience because they provide that. So
I have something. The reason why I say like even if they could do just like me personally, I was having nothing try, nothing done. Just don't listen to nobody telling you, oh yeah, community college is not worth it or anything. When you come there, then you're gonna see what is it about, and you're gonna get the experience, and it's debt free. Like you don't have to pay. Just apply for financial aid, and you're good.
Anybody else? Okay. That's it. We all wanted to thank you guys for coming. I'll pass the microphone to Precious to close us out here.
Okay, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. To those of you who are here in person, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Destiny, for coming. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, brand ambassadors, for coming. And yeah, we'll see you in our next podcast. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Destiny.
Thank you.
Do we meet after?
Okay, Precious.
Somebody else on it.
There's somebody else.
Oh,
Wait,
someone's here.
there's somebody else.
Precious?
Hi, Tia. I think there's someone
promoted.
here who's late. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
remember.
I took him off.
Okay, he's talking.
I was too scared.
Hello?
Hi.
Yes, Kasalan.
You know what? My screen has been frozen, but I kept recording, so we're going to have to edit